Howdy folks, this is Novice Gamer and I'm on with Commander Taco, and we're going to take his brand new ship that has never been on a test flight yet out for a test flight and go pick up some ore and some stuff on Sinan. So this is the Electra. Notice that he's got some agile rail guns on it. He's got all these engines in it. He's got some up engines to give it some lift. Most people would say you don't need to put guns on a vessel with Atmo engines, but this is just a fun thing he was building, so it's set up for space or Atmo, either one. So it's kind of cool. So we're going to run this thing over and take a look at it. Let me go into build mode and go up around it. And so what was your concept of building this there, Taco?
I just want to build a kind of a sleek, kind of fighting fighter type style spaceship.
All right.
Want
And
something?
I'm just giving them the view around it now. All right, sorry, go ahead. Did I interrupt you?
No, you're good.
All right, so we're going to go in. You can go up either the right or left elevator in the Electra, and you go up to this first deck. And what all do you have here? You got a bunch of switches and stuff, and you can
Yes,
open up these and repair different components. So this is the some of the Atmo engines. This is your ammo storage. If you open up this hatch, then you got more Atmo engines. So he's made it so that you have access to everything, but it's not just wide open, right? So same thing here. You open up this hatch, and you got access to more Atmo engines. So everything's all set up nice and neat like that. Got a couple of passenger seats down here. Up to the next level, same thing. Well, in this case though, we've got let's see what we got there. More Atmo engines and more Atmo engines. So you can just literally get to everything through these hatches that he's made. So it's kind of a modular concept. I'm not going to open all of these doors, but we're getting up to the fuel tanks here next, so you can get to all the fuel tanks to repair them. There's your container hub. This is the door here, so that
Yep. You get out on the wings. These
yep,
two side doors.
yeah, two side doors. You can go out on the wings. You can repair the guns. You can repair all the other stuff that you can get to up here, like your stabilizers and different parts and pieces that you have. And then that's on both sides. Then we'll go up one more, and we're in the pilot compartment here. So got your pilot seats up here. You got a navigator. You got a couple of gunner positions back here to fight the ship.
Got the warp drive back here.
Yep, warp drives back here. Yeah.
And the shields back here as well.
Yeah, so you can get to everything to repair it, and everything's pretty well protected. Kind of a neat setup, and you can go out these doors too to do. These are double, triple kind of doors. You can see all the a lot of parts here. You got a bunch of wings, atmospheric air brakes and stuff here.
Yeah, you just use the button to close and open all the side doors.
Okay.
There's also a top hatch to get out.
Oh yeah, nice, very nice. Oops. Man, it just opens right up. All right, we ready to roll?
Yep.
Now this is going to be the maiden voyage. It's never taken off the ground, has it?
I've flown it over to Market 6 and back a few times, but
Oh man,
never going to
I
space
thought I
with it.
was the first.
Well, first to go to space.
She told me I was the first. I'm not. All right, so we're gonna go to. Now this does have Archhead on it, so I'm gonna go ahead to Sakari. If you have trouble getting these centered, just go to it and hit center map, and it'll center on it. And then go to Sakari. Sinan's where we're going. So we're gonna set the warp point. For destination there, I'm actually gonna set one of our constructs. So I'm going to show you how to use the filter here. So if you've got a lot of stuff on your constructs or whatever like we do, you can hit this filter button, go in there, and all my space station bases that I've built, or that we've built, are here. And we're going to this one, Senin ZVET's space station base. And it's also where the Columbite 002 miner is located. So that's dual purpose. I'll copy those components to clipboard, set that as destination. And here, let me hit V. So it's back behind us. So hit G. Let's see how this puppy drives. What core size is this built on?
It's a medium.
Medium? Okay, that's what I figured. And as you can see, the shield is active, and we're ready to roll. We've definitely never warped it before, right?
No, never.
Nice. All right, we're kicking in our engines here. See what kind of thrust we have. We're at 3.48 kilotons, and if you look at the container, 1.5 kiloton of that is actually container weight. So roughly just under half is stuff we're carrying. The rest of it's just the ship and everything. So Taco has put all of his talents on this ship, and he's got enough folks to basically max out pretty much everything on here. As you can see, we're steadily climbing into space, just going not straight up, but straight to our target. So yeah, this is working good. The space engines are kicking on. So you got 2 space engines on here, but they're the XL's engines, so that's going to be sufficient for us.
Yep, and one large there in the center.
Oh,
That's
yeah, I forgot about the large. I see that now. All right, so we got plenty of space engine to get us moving here. This has, you said, 6 containers on it? 6 large?
4
large.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, wait, let me think about that. There's 2. No, I think there are 6. Yeah.
Okay. So 6 large
6 or 8.
containers.
No, there's 8. I'm sorry. There's 8 large containers on this.
Containers. So it's almost got us almost as much capacity as your Skyfall ship. Just 2 containers short.
Yep.
So now we are low on atmo fuel. Dang it! We've got 24%, but there's plenty in the storage container in the container here. It's 103 kiloliters. I think we're not going to.
I'll go fall back up. It may be those vertical VTOL drives.
Could be. All right. So we're moving. We're at 0.6 G. If you look at the top right up there, as we get to about 0.2ish G, we'll cut our engines, and where it says no warp, it says no warp container. You don't have a container hooked up to the warp?
Oh, maybe not. Let me connect it.
Okay, yeah. So, well, we've got plenty of warp cells in our container. There's 1,334 in there.
Oh, my game crashed.
Oh, okay. Do I need to stop or keep going?
Nah, keep going. I'll get back in.
All right. Oh, you filled us up with fuel too.
Yeah, I was filling the tanks and it crashed.
Man, I've never had I don't often get to have a co-pilot, engineer type that can take care of stuff on the fly like that. That's pretty cool. So, yeah, there's no warp container connected. We just got to connect that to the. I could get out and do it, but he'll be back in a minute. So we're at 0.2 G. I'm going to go ahead and cut our thrust because we're already going over 10,000 kilometers an hour. As soon as he gets it connected, we'll certainly be able to warp. This will be an interesting run. I don't get to drive new ships very often. I told him I haven't drove this ship yet, so we needed to take it out. So it's good stuff.
May have to go out the door and go down
to connect it to the hub.
Yeah, all right, it's connected.
I gotcha. It still says no warp container. What? Do I need to get out of the seat and get back in?
Maybe?
Is the... let's look. It says no warp container.
I linked it.
Okay.
Remove in. Yeah, it's got the container hub connected.
Did you connect it to the hub or the hub to it?
It to the hub.
Try connecting the hub to it and see if that works.
There's no out. There's only an in.
Oh.
It shows it being on the in.
Well, crap.
Did you try getting back in the seat?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna let you jump in the seat and see see if it shows up for you here. Let me get back out.
May have to reapply Arch to it real quick. Let's see here.
Is it giving you the option to warp?
Well, I gotta select the planet to warp to.
No.
Sakari.
Yeah, Sakari.
Yep, it's allowing me to warp to it.
Oh, just warp it then. I'll just stay as a passenger.
Passengers immobilization starting.
Ah! I'm frozen. I can't move.
Warp sequence initiated.
So I probably would have had to relog to see it. I might have to relog to see it if we come back, when we come back. So how many warp cells is it using?
336.
Oh wow. It's a little bit. Must be the guns.
Yeah, I mean it's a pretty big vehicle.
It's pretty far out there too, so I guess that's not too unusual. So, while we're here, we probably ought to run to Sakari and then move and grab the ore from there too, because we need Cobalt and we need the Natron. I mean, not Cobalt. We need the Natron and we need the Pyrite. Pretty sure. I know we need the Pyrite. So I'll have to take you guys in the new ship Taco's building, not this one, but the newer ship. He's got this one done pretty much, but I think he said he had a little bit more to do. But he's building the biggest ship I've ever seen as far as containers. It'll hold up to 56 containers. He's putting that together now. It looks really cool. There's a bar in it and everything, so we'll have to go through that sometime, check it out. So that's a space-only version you're building now, but you said you may build an Atmo-only version too, right? Or even a hybrid that has both?
Yeah, so I definitely want to get Atmo only. I may take the original Skyfall and make an Atmo only version of it, just for hauling ore around on the planet.
Yeah. I think what would be good would be to make the Mega one.
Passengers released.
Only.
Oh yeah. All right. Where are we going here?
Going to, if you go to, we're going to Sinan space ZV space SS space COL002. If you go to constructs and you do a sort or do a filter, type in SS under filter by name, it should come up with all those.
All right, got it. Says destination. Copy coordinates.
I may go out on the wing and watch this. Actually, I should go down out one of the side doors, not this door, right?
All right.
Yeah. Go out one of these. Oh, shit. Didn't blow that. go to Sinan, and then we need to go to Sinan Moon 1 to pick up some stuff there if you don't mind. If you got time.
Okay. Yep.
If you don't have time, we can just get what's on Sinan.
No.
The reason
no.
we're coming out here, folks, is our is it Columbite? Anyway, the tier 5 is the container's just about full. So we brought some more containers. We don't have a hub set up there yet. We'll set up a hub and set up, grab that ore. Just don't want it to get full and stop, and it's real close to being full right now. So I just went over and charged it in VR and noticed it was full. So we try not to. It's kind of stupid to charge up your miners and then let your container get full, so you're not taking advantage of your miner. Yeah, this is a pretty neat ship. You got some good shapes going on here. Yep. That's the door to the cockpit. Oh yeah, and I actually have the my waypoint set to where we're going, so that's cool. We can just sit here and watch. So Sinan and Sakari are right next to one another, as you can see, and then Sinan also has a moon. Where's the moon? Must be. Oh, there it is, right there. I believe that would be it. And we have some miners on that moon too. So we have the Cobalt Kite with the K, tier 4 on there, along with some free natron on those tiles. I say free because the tile's already really dedicated to the tier 4, so but it has natron on it, so that's just a kind of a freebie. It's a win-win. The Cobalt Kite tiles are not very good. I actually have an alt station there to pull ore, and I pull ore at least every other day because we don't have the greatest tiles for those, but we've got enough to pull some ore and get what we need. These are not big planets. When they came out, the ore on them there was like a land rush right away. People were out here scanning, taking stuff. We actually had to barter for some of our tiles, actually buy some of our tiles that we found. We found some ore, but we didn't find what we wanted on some of the types of ore, so we just went out and bought them from people who found them. The good news is that we found pyrite because we had not had a good source of pyrite before. We had one little tiny miner on Alioth Moon 1 that only did a few liters per hour, so we did not make much ore off of that. And I actually had bought pyrite before, back when we first started building warp cells, or before we first started building. Alright, so it flew over it, and it's going to come around and autopilot itself back, I guess.
Yeah, I'm letting autopilot come in. If I think it's going to do fast, I'll take over manual control.
So, just a warning for those of you that are out there that fly with Arch HUD, at least. I don't know about the other HUDs, but flying onto Alioth, even with an empty ship or a near empty ship, has been detrimental to my health several times. When I let the autopilot fly it in, I've actually come back from the restroom or getting a drink or whatever, and the ship's crashed into the planet, and I'm like, how did that happen? I mean, I could see it if it was overloaded. I mean, like I would ever overload a ship, but still, you know, I can see it if it was overloaded, but I don't know why they're doing that. So we're still 21 kilometers from it. Is it gonna just float down to it? Are we in the atmosphere already?
50 seconds.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it's gonna go past it and come back. I gotcha. So those of you that have never used the autopilot with ArchHUD, it's not that hard. You can read their manual. You can pay attention to some of my videos, and I talk about how to do it on some of those. So it's not too hard to use the autopilot. It's actually pretty easy. You just go in and put in so if you're sitting in the pilot seat, you got the Lewis script up here. I hit enter. You hit slash and then Control V if you've got the coordinates selected. And if you're in the pilot seat, it actually puts that coordinate up as your zero. What's it called? Zero temp something.
Yeah, zero temp. Yep.
Temp zero, yeah, zero temp, and that's the location that it's showing because that's the one you just put in. And as long as you stay in the seat, it won't erase it. If you get out of the seat, you have to get back in. You got to put it back in. But then you just hit Alt 4 and it'll autopilot to that location. So easy peasy. You can also use a data bank and actually put those hard code those in. You know, have a specific landing spot at your base for your ship, and then go back to that same spot every time you land it. So pretty good. This thing seems to be flying pretty good.
Yeah,
This is a lower gravity planet, but it's turning pretty sharp.
Yeah, it's got great.
Adjusters.
Well, the yeah, the yaw. It because of the leverage, because of the way it's shaped, it turns easily.
Oh, okay, I got you. Now you know way more about ships than I do, so it is really a cool looking ship. I'll say that. I might start taking it out for some of the runs just for the fun of it, but probably not because I'm probably paying more cores for the guns and stuff. But we had to bring it over today just to check it out. And you know, Taco had taken it out on, I guess, a short test ride, and so I didn't get to be the first to test pilot. So I was going to be the first to warp it, but then, you know, he cheated me out of that too. So I guess I get to be the first. I get to be the first to ride on the wing while it's flying. So if I don't fall into the engine intake, that'll be a good event. So all of these planets here we built, I've built space station bases, which is a large core with all the voxel, so we can land on it. And that's where our space station, what am I trying to say? Space elevator. That's where our space elevator is going to land when it's down on the planet. And what we'll do is we'll bring all the ore on the planet, which in this case is all here at this location. We only got one type of ore on this planet. And then we'll just take it up on the space elevator into space, and then at that point we'll only have to use, we'll just put atmo haulers on the planet that need them, and then we'll only have to have a space only ship that can go from space station to space station, pick up ore, and warp it back. And that's a lot of savings because you don't have to, you don't put a lot of voxel on those. You just basically go bare bones, and that's the cheapest way to warp your stuff back if you're going to warp it back. Some of our stuff we fly back directly, but I'll be honest with you, I've been warping everything back because we just don't have time sometimes to waste our time for a couple hours flying around. All right, looks like it's got pretty good atmo brakes and stuff. Seems to have good control authority. We're not falling too fast. Alright, so I'm going to jump off the ship here as he's landing. We'll watch him land. Oh, maybe not watch him land because I fell through. Dang it. Where's my... Oh, here we go. Alright, so here's that container that's full. It's like way close to being like over full. And there's our miner. I just came over and charged it. Got the elevator going up top. Boom. So what we're going to do is we're going to take and set up some containers here real quick.
Alright, you need me to go grab ore out or anything?
Yeah, if you want to go down and grab the ore, there's an elevator over here on the corner.
Okay.
I'm just going to
18 kiloliters.
yeah, but it's almost full because I've got some voxel in there for the space station too. All right, so we'll just go down.
Alright, I'm gonna put half the fuel that we carried over here. Or some of it. Oh, I may well take that. Is that the fuel actually filled? Well, you're adding more containers, so.
You can put the fuel down here or up here. Yeah, I'm putting 10 XXLs up. So this is what we'd like to do with all of our space station bases, is have a bank of 10 XXL containers up. Keep going. Just trying to line them up using the edge of the Alright, that's good. You kind of get
Connect these to that hub that's already there.
Oh, is there a hub already there?
There's one by the
Elevator?
elevator, yeah.
Oh yeah. Heck yeah, connect them suckers up. Is that connected to the container down below? I don't think it is it? I don't think it's connected.
Maybe. It's connected to container. Yeah. So you got 2 hubs on.
Do I have 2 hubs?
Oh, never mind. I was just looking at the
That's
container.
a single
Okay.
container down there.
Where do you have the hub for this one?
I've got hubs in the ship.
Oh, so you haven't connected one. All right, I'll go ahead and start.
Well, wait,
connecting.
what's this hub connected to?
Which hub? That's connected below to the output of the miner.
Wait, is there 2 containers down there? Oh, there's only one. Okay, I'm confused. Alright, so I'm going to put the other hub right here, too. If you want to connect it, I'm going to go down and put one more container down there for that.
All right, I'll connect these.
Alright, so I'm going to put one more large container down here, so there's 2, so that this thing doesn't get full all the time. Alright. Here we go. Lined up. And then we'll connect that up here to this hub. Top hub. Alright, so now there's 2 down here, so this thing won't fill up as quickly again.
Oh, I'm gonna apply my talents to the construct so that the containers get the action.
Yeah, I need you to do that on all the stuff that I've built. I've got a lot of these that I've built. Alright, so what he's doing is applying his talents to the construct, and he's got the talents that will allow the container to hold more. So, gives you more volume available in the space that you have. So, with these 10 XXLs and the 2 largest down there for that miner, we're going to be fine. We've actually got Spain is making more miners for us. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 territories here, and this is a pretty good rate for tier 5 ore because we're pulling what is it on this one? pulling 56. And it only has, what's the adjacency bonus? 20? No, 50. Okay. So it's got a 50 adjacency bonus, so that's pretty good. But we've definitely got enough that we don't have to actually pull ore from these. Oh, I need to pick up this ore on the ground. I forgot to do that.
Alright, apply my talents.
Alright, we can jump in and go to...
Let me
What's
put this-
closer, the moon or the planet? Probably the moon.
I don't know.
I think the moon's closer.
I'll let you fly
Instead of
those.
the moon, I would think it would be closer to the center. Just applying logic, and I hope that works. I'll be up in a second. I'm just grabbing this one. Alright. We'll be ready to roll. Are you already in the ship?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm coming up. Go up the other side. I haven't been up the other side. Oh. That's why I always go up the right, because the elevator goes all the way. Alright. Let's see if I can see the warp cells. Let me select Alioth. No warp container. Ah. I'll relog when we get to the next place. Let me just take us to the moon. Alright, so we're going to Sinan. Right here, this place. Copy coordinates. Alright, so what I'm going to do is put those coordinates in. Slash, Control V, enter, and notice it put it in as 0 temp. And I'm just going to hit Alt 4. It's going to take me towards the moon. Now, be careful using your autopilot around moons because our miners are on the opposite side. So if this thing goes to that that point, it's going to crash this ship. I know that because I did it once. So don't always use the autopilot, especially around moons, non-gravity objects. We'll go part way with the autopilot, and then we'll manually fly around. So I'll use the. I hit X 3 times. I use the indicator to tell me. Let's see where we're going. Right now we're falling into the ground until we get out into space here. And then that red line that says we're going to hit the planet at some point is going to turn a different color. Alright, now our space engines are on. We should start picking up some speed. We've reached escape velocity here real soon, as soon as that red line goes away. Okay, so it's saying that the line of sight is blocked by Sinan. So it's not going to... So I'm going to take that autopilot off and we're just going to manually do this. Alright, so now just need to change our trajectory a little. Need to be on the other side of the moon. Didn't they write a song about that, Dark Side of the Moon?
Yeah, but you're going to listen to that if you're smoking a whole pot or something.
Alright. So this ship's a little bit harder to determine your actual trajectory. Because it's a unique shape, so you got to kind of use this, use the tools you have. So we're going about 8,000 kilometers an hour. I'm going to go ahead and just turn this off here. we're on a trajectory to miss the moon, which is always good. They did a good job on how they made all this.
Thank you.
The visualizations and the ship and everything's looking good. I like the way it's looking. Alright. So we're just gonna kinda float by the planet here, not get too close to it. I swear our spot's on the other side of the moon. It looks like it's on this side, doesn't it? That's how I ran into it the other time. Don't let it fool you. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and put our brake on. Start slowing down. It's got good space brakes. This thing's bright. Alright. It says we're gonna fall into the planet. Or the moon, I should say. I should have gone a little bit further. Alright. So, here just a second.
One tip when landing this, as soon as you land, cut your throttle, because if you don't, because it'll tilt it over.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess if we have to, we can set it back up.
Yeah, not that big a deal, but it's...
Yeah, I don't want to have to do that if we can help it. So, moons are deceiving. I swear that's not our base, is it? Well, you know what? I swear we're on the other side of the freaking planet. Let me...
Is it the Sidon MKN02?
Yeah. KN010203. That's on the other side, right?
Looks like it's kind of like 11 o'clock from us. I know it's hard to tell.
But I think we're around now on the other side of the planet. So I'm gonna go slow towards it here. Is it actually underneath us? See, we're at 2400, 2200.
Looks like we need to turn kind of like 9 o'clock and then kind of go over the horizon of the moon.
Yep. Hopefully I got this pointed right. I could hit Alt-6 and have it orbit around it, but it's really hard to orbit around a friggin' moon. Try to do a little manual orbiting here. So we're at 17, 19. Okay, yeah. So we got a little close there. Alright. Let's get us reoriented. So the only way to build this ship is to put a lot of sweat into it, or to get 4 metal lions and combine them into one ship. It almost looks like one of those, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It's getting there. Those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, probably too young. still around the planet? I'm confused by this thing.
I show that we're 53 kilometers from it. It's kind of to our like
The
not
trouble is,
a
even if it's on the other side of the planet, it puts the friggin' mark there. Here, let's see what happens when I hit Alt 4. Oh, it just wants to bring me right to it. I swear I'm on the other side of the planet. Well, I guess I'm not on the other side of the planet.
It's like you're orbiting at the wrong.
This is ridiculous. I usually don't have this problem.
Give me the.
I think that might be on this side now. I think I might be on the right side. Let's get closer. And I'll slow us down.
Maybe we're looking at two different things. Is it sending M?
Yeah, KN001. M1,
Oh, one.
KN001 or 2.
I was looking at two. Okay.
Any one. 2 is right by 1, so I'm 11. Oh yeah. Well, we might. No, I don't know.
See, I show we're 36 kilometers. That's only something's not right.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go down and we'll orbit around it from closer proximity. It's definitely not down here. Alright. Just trying to put it in front of me. There we go. Oh, quit autopilot. Stop it. Stop, stop, stop. We're getting too low. I'm gonna have to stop us here. Reorient us. Should be just over the next ridge. I've used to hit Alt 6 and orbit around the planet, but that was with small craft. I don't know if I could do it with this one. Alright. Stop again. Now I'm showing them this way. I'm not getting any closer. What the heck's going on?
I don't know, I see a different spot than you do, so I'm not.
Hang on. Let me just make sure I'm on the right spot here. Okay. So, KN001. Yeah, that's the... It's showing to be on the opposite side again. How are we not going around this friggin' thing? Because I'm 5,000 meters from it. Now it's behind me. You wanna drive?
You can try if you want.
Alright, I'm gonna get out and let you drive. Because I'm sucking at this. I've come here a bunch of times. I've never had any problems. I don't know what's going on. Well, I did have the problem when I ran the ship into the actual asteroid that time. But other than that, I haven't had any problems. I'll get out on the wing again and spot for you.
So it's either right below us or it's on the other side.
It's on the other side. It's not right below us because we're at 5,000 meters above the surface. It's 36 kilometers, so there is no way that works. So if you guys get bored by the video, well, we don't normally do this. We get to the actual location. We will probably end the video. 'Cause we didn't
We may need to edit this part out.
Yeah, we'll edit this part out and just have us landing at the location. That would be much. We're only at 250 meters above the surface. Not that I'm worried. But it's not exactly zero at the surface sometimes. It's plus or minus a little bit. Yeah, we're coming towards it, around towards it. Did a better job than I was doing. With me flying, the theme music should be dun 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 dun.
I'm gonna stop and readjust here.
Yeah, we're getting closer. We're at 20 kilometers from it. It's, I swear, just over the next hill. I keep saying that right. Hey Taco,
Mm-hmm.
are we there yet?
Just over next hill.
Shouldn't be too much longer. We're coming into range now. I can see the distance ticking down. I don't know what I was doing. Apparently I should not be flying tonight. I only had a little bit of vodka. Not enough to even be inebriated. Just enough to keep my arteries a little bit clear. There we go. Now we're coming to it. So we're about 6K up and about 2Ks off laterally. So this is definitely it. There's also a ship parked down here because I have the Ixion warp shuttle parked here with the Novice. Jumping out, we're right over it. Oh no. I kept my momentum. Oh no, I didn't. Okay. Let's see, where'd you at? Where'd you go? I don't see you. Oh, there you are. Way up there.
Trying to go down.
So, for those of you that have never been on a moon, I have a theory about why there's so much ore all over the place, and including, in this case, chromite. So I have a theory that on the moons, they put just as much ore as they do on the bigger planets, and because the moon is smaller, it compresses it into a smaller area. So, if you want to go pick up ore on top of the surface and get like tier 2, tier 3, well, tier 2, and even tier 1s, then hey, come on over here to the moon. Alright, so am I connected to the container? Nope. You're still up there somewhere.
I'm trying to get
Yeah,
it down.
it's hard landing on an asteroid. If you've never done it, start practice with a small ship. First time I ever did it, I had the I was set for the asteroid, and it sets to the center of the asteroid, not the surface like it does on like Galileo. So it screws you over because you start slowing down too late and you run into the moon. At least that's what I do. I didn't pick up the ore yesterday, so I'm picking it up. Oops. Alright. So, let's look here. A little bit of Cobalt-Kite. Go on. Go in there. Action forbidden. What do you mean action forbidden? I can get in there. Don't tell me I don't have permission to get in my own container. Silly thing. Alright, so these just got charged last night. I'm not going to pull ore today. Are you still working on that?
It says I'm 600 meters over it.
I'm looking for you. Where, oh where? Oh, there you are. Yeah, I see you. Alright, you should be close enough for me to grab this stuff out and throw it in the container now. Let's get to the hub. Alright. Don't know why I have that in here. I don't have any Atmo fuel. I'm gonna put some Atmo fuel in here.
Alright, I'm landed. I need to step away for a minute. I'm out of the seat, so if you want to fly off, I'll be back.
Okay, I gotta go to 4 other locations, or 4 other locations here. Oh, never mind. I put the Atmo fuel over in this one. So, that's why. I don't need that in there. Alright. Grab this ore. This is tier 4. Cobalt-Kite. So it was kind of a bonus that these had natron on them because we needed more natron anyway. And we pinned these even though we kind of hate to because we're going to just pull ore from them as we need it. We're going to let the miners run too, but there's not a high liters per hour rate on these tier 4 Cobalt-Kite. So what we're going to do is we're going to offset that by pulling ore occasionally. Once we get enough and we're staying up with it, then I'd say probably won't come over. I'll probably take the character I have over here and get rid of it. But like this one, it's only pulling 4.14 liters per hour, so not very much at all. So I'm going to go ahead and I have a good container range on this guy, 2.25 kilometers. So I'm going to run over to the next location. Actually, I'll run to the furthest location first. I could take that ship over, but that shuttle, but I'm not gonna take it. I'll just run. It's not too far. There's definitely so if you guys are looking for a place where you can put a miner down and pull some more because you just can't find any good tiles where you can just charge them and let it mine. Kind of like what we got here. You can always look around on the moons and find somebody that's got one labeled. Like if you look at ours, it's K, so it's Cobalt-Kite. If you look on the moon, you'll say, okay, what's K? Oh, it's got to be that one. You look at some of these other ones, and you can figure out that this is Cobalt-Kite. If you find the right one, yeah, there it is, KN Farm. So Cobalt-Kite and natron. So what we did is we went around the edges of somebody else's tiles. We didn't get great tiles. There's actually some on the other side of this too that we did have pinned first, but these on this side were a little bit better, which is not saying a lot, but you can always find something. It may not be the greatest tiles, like these aren't the greatest tiles, but with the Natron on them, they're actually not too bad. So you can always look for, you know, scraps, I'd call it, around blooms. Just go around and do some scanning, and you can find certainly some tiles that will do whatever you, at least give you some ore. Now, when you're talking tier 4, the cost of the mining unit itself is pretty high. So, you know, the rare and exotic miners are really expensive. Gotta say, we appreciate Spain. He's making all of our rare and exotic and even our advanced miners for, and whatever the price is in the market, he's selling them for us half price. So, if you look at the, whoops, wrong one. If you look at the cost in the market, type in mining, hit J and type in mining. Oops, no, that's K. I'm not trying to build it. J. Mining. Oh. Okay, I guess it's not gonna let me. Not gonna let me look at the market. Why am I having problems here? I don't understand that. That's weird. I may have to log out. I might have to log out, log in. I'm not seeing stuff I'm supposed to be seeing, and things are weird. So we'll go ahead and log off. But it's been fun taking the ship for a ride, even though I kind of got us a little bit lost in proximity of the moon here. Don't ask me why I've got some bauxite in here. There's just happens to be some. All right. And this is our, that's Taco. This is our, so I went to the 5th one. We got 5 here. So I'll go back to these and we'll head back to the ship and we'll head back. So anyway, gonna knock it off for today. I hope you guys weren't too bored. Maybe laughed a little bit and had a little bit of entertainment out of our ride. But most importantly, I hope you like Taco's new ship, because I think it's actually pretty cool. So we will catch up with y'all later, and at some point we'll have this ship available in our ship showroom for sale, and if anybody wants it, they can come get it. Like I said, it's kind of a hybrid ship, so if you like it, you like it, and if you don't, you don't. That's fine. But it would be real easy to turn it into space only if you like the shape and everything too. We will catch you guys later.